hopefully this goes good like this. Are we good like this? Okay. Okay, how do we do this? Now, no. Yeah, Juan, fine. So if we go here and go here. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to do this. Hi guys, so I'm sorry, I'm trying to set up the live thing so that you can clearly see what I'm doing. I think it's a bit too far. Anyways, I'm gonna try to. Okay, so how do I do this? To be able to read the chat. There we go. And then I want my image here. Okay, perfect. So I can see the chat also. Okay, so let's try to make this lean in closer so that you can actually see the paper. What's happening on the paper. And so I can see the chat. Okay, so today I wanted to do a sketch. We're going to be doing a landscape sketch as everyone voted for landscape. And okay, I hope you can see it good. I think I need to turn the camera over. Do I do this? Move it closer. I'm sorry for giving you nauseous feelings, everyone. Okay, I hope this is better. If anyone is there, that would be awesome if you could talk to me, say hi. That would be amazing. Okay, I think that this is the closest it can get of this new thing. Okay, I think by the time that I will be ready to shoot anything, we're gonna be already done with the charge of my phone. Anyway, so I have my reference here, and so like this I can see what I'm actually doing. I have my reference here of a little cottage and a tree, and then there's like a background happening, but we will see as we go if we're going to do the whole thing of the background. So what I want to do now is I want to take a pencil, maybe a white one, and this is the lightest color. This can say mitant, whatever. This is the lightest one, so I don't want to go into too dark. We could take also the medium one, the medium shade, but I think for now this is okay. This is gonna work. So what I will do now first is I will sketch out my perspective. So I want my drawing to be kind of squarish, so the horizon line is quite low, and I don't see anything with this pencil. Nice. Let's take a darker pastel pencil. Okay, so this is a... No, let's take a gray one. So I'm going to, that's better, sketch in the baseline of where my house is gonna be, okay? And now I will just map out. I don't want it to be too big. So this is the house. So I'm looking how wide and how tall it is. And I'm sorry, I have to close the door to my room because Juan is not gonna let me continue. Juan, you're being so loud. Sheesh. Okay, I'm back. So, do let me know if you need more light, because I was thinking we can, let's see if I can turn on this light and make it actually brighter. Turned off the air conditioning. Nice. Let's see. I think this is better. Okay. Okay, so here is where my little house is gonna be. So it's actually too big. I think it's, I don't see anything. There we go. Please let me know if you can see it clearly, okay? Because otherwise, I can see it in a small screen here on my iPad. So this is where the house is going to be. So this is the rough sketching of the house. So I'm looking at the roof lines go this way. Here is going to be the curve. I really like this curve of the path. And we're going to be doing this like kind of shadow here, so to show that the light is shining from this direction. Here we will have some of those bushes, and then the tree. So I see that the tree is quite, like, it's a bit taller than twice the house, so a bit around here. So I'm drawing in the main shape, like I see it like a squished oval here, and then we have like a ball shape of the main tree spreading its branches here. Okay, so the house, we can move it a bit more this way. You can always fix pastels using a kneaded eraser. It's very easy to lift out. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to take a look at where my, so this is our basic drawing. Then we will be adding the details, but here what I want to focus on is to see where the shadow parts are. So as the tree has these shapes, we will have all this part in the shadow, like a, if you have a little squished ball and if you shine light on it, this is the part where the shadow is gonna come. And this bottom part has the same old logic. We do the same thing. This is where the shadow part's gonna come. And obviously the trunk itself, then we will be dealing with the trunk itself that's going to be in the shadow. Then here we have some bushes. So basically what I want to do is I see them like triangles, little triangles, and each triangle has also a shadow part. So towards the bottom they get darker, and then there are some that are even lower. So this is my kind of shadow map that I'm going to be doing. Obviously the tree is not going to be so round, we're going to be creating edges so to make an interesting silhouette. Okay, so what I'm looking at is here we have these lights on our bushes. Okay, so behind I want to keep that mountain that comes down. This is all going to be dark, but we have to remember that this part is going to be the darkest. Okay, so I want this to stand out and a bit of the bushes. So this is the second dark that we have. And the house, obviously we have the house. The front of the house is in the shadow. And we need to make sure, I really want to do these. Here we need to make sure that we have the lines in perspective so that it doesn't seem wrong. So these are going to be my lines of the roof. They're going to be quite bright. And as the house here is bright, like the sun is hitting it, and also this little path of green is going to be light, so this is all going to be in the shadow. We need that hill on the back of the house to be dark as well, to kind of make the house stand out. And then already as we go higher up into the mountains here, we can see, so we can move a bit this mountain so as to make the tree stand out as a silhouette. So this mountain here, like so. This is going to be our kind of background color. And here we have the path. I think we're done with our pre-sketch, and I think we can start going into the colors. So what I want to do is I want to actually, oh wait, I'm moving my chair. Okay, I want to select the colors. So I'm going to be selecting the colors here on the side. Okay, so I'm just going to take a look. So this is my dark green, and I like this color. It's warm. So I'm thinking of doing the light colors a bit cool and the warm shadows. So if we mix these two, going to be working good for the shadows. And then the cooler greens, for example, somewhere in the lights. I think this is too of a blue green. Let's see what we have. I have my favorite sky color. I'm literally using shards now. The sky color, and this is the green that I can use for the lights. And something brighter. Okay, let's just try as it comes. It's literally like improvising. For the shards. Okay. So I'm thinking just adding maybe in the shadow parts. I want to add something. Some accents. What if we add a bit of purple in there? It's gonna bring out a bit of interesting light. I need to dull it down a bit with the gray now. I don't like it. Let's add a bit of this green. Fine. Let's do one thing. I really want to try purple in the shadows, okay? So what I want to do is I want to start with my shadows with the purple. I want to start adding the shadows of my bushes here. So this is going to be the color that's going to unite it all, because I see some yellows also in the lights. So here the bushes come all the way like so. Okay, then we put it in our tree, only in the shadow part. And also we need to add it in the house if we want to keep everything consistent. Okay, like so, and then there's a bit of a shadow here. I know, so it's like green, but I'm putting just a bit of the purple over here as well. I don't know what's going to come out of this, but let's see. Okay, and then I'm going over with my green over the purple to add the shadows. So these are the darkest parts. And I like working with pastels. So this is the honeycomb side of the paper. I like working with pastels on their side. Okay, so here we have the shadow part of the tree. So we're mixing together the purples and the greens. Let's see what comes out. Just to make that house stand out a bit. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with something brighter, like something livelier into the shadows with this other green. That's kind of a bit, it's gonna give us a bit of a color accent, because when the shadows are all gray, they're not that interesting to look at. Okay, and what do I want to add here? Let's see, maybe a bit of blue. What do you think of this? Blue also fits in nice. So this is a blue-green, but it's like a dark blue color. And it's actually great to give those background blues, also like to take it out into the cool side. The house can also have some. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to go in with my brights and literally using all the shards that I have. And I want to clean my hands first. So don't do this, please. Please just do this. Don't blow on your pastels. So what I want to do is I want to set up the background here with that, first with the sky blue. This is one of my favorite blues that I have. And we go into the kind of greener area over here. Okay, now this looks like a mess, but don't worry, we're gonna get through this. Okay, so I want to add some brown to my house because the house has some warm tones in it. Okay, this is the ugly stage of a drawing. Okay, shaking it off. So now what I want to start doing is I want to start kind of blending a bit the colors that we have so that we can create our shadow map. Here we have our bushes. Now we're going to be creating the lights for the bushes and they're going to start popping up. I'm going upwards here because the rest of it is grass, so we can add a bit of some movement of the darks in here, but then we will be covering it with the lights. So the house, add some shadowing a bit of the hill here, but then we will be adding the lights and it's gonna all make sense. So this is our darkest part of the house. And here I want to go up because we have the hill on the background. It's kind of vertical. And here I'm going into my tree as well because I want it to blend into the sky, because we will be making those like sky holes. Oh, here I went in too far. Fix that with the blue. Moving into the tree a bit. So this is the first layer. Don't worry, we're making a bit of a mess, I know, but don't worry. So here is the hill on the background. And here we have the tree. like a dark snowman. Okay. Okay, now it doesn't make much sense, but at least we have some color in it, and I like that it's colorful. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna be doing some lights. So I'm gonna put this green I like, this green I like. Okay, so these are gonna be our lights. So let's start by planning the lights in the foreground. So here we have some lights of the foreground. We'll be mixing the two colors just to give it a bit more interest. The closer it comes to us, here I see this kind of nice grass effect happening. For now we're blending, then we will be already drawing in more concrete details. I will also add in a bit of, where's my yellow? See my yellow? Need to find my yellows. Let's see, is this yellow enough? Nope. But this one we can add a bit of bright accents. I actually like this texture. The paper shining through, it gives a bit of air to the whole thing. Okay, so here I need to create that edge between the background, and I'm actually going to make it a bit more purple. So just to show that here the field that the house is standing on ends and the background begins. I can add some grass also with movements of the pastel like this. I really like this for the accents. Like so. Yellowish green also. Okay, now I see that we have some browns in the path. Let's see, this is my charcoal. Yes, this is charcoal. Let's see, let's move this one here so I can have a better pick of my pastels. So, let's add some pinks in it also. So this is my path. I'm kind of dialing down a bit on the brown, on the purples, and let's do the path. Let's blend it in. Here we're going into the darks already. Like so. And I'm gonna make the lights of the path with a like a yellowish, sorry, What is wrong with me? With a pinkish color. And we're adding some shadows here. Okay. Need something darker. I see that I need something darker. This blue, I'm gonna add the edge, the darker edge of the shadow. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to find something to tone down the background with a gray green. I can tone down the background so it doesn't stand out as much. Okay, and let's do the other side as well. So here we have our grass, and we're going into the bushes as well because the bushes are green, like Captain Obvious. So I'm adding a bit of this accent and a bit of the yellow green. Here we have, I'm gonna take a bit of dark here. I'm gonna just blend it in to here just to give it a bit of a movement of the field, that it's not all even. Even go and add a bit of purple here, that it's kind of a dip in there. Okay. Oh, breaking the pastel. So now what I want to add is a bit of that lighter color in here. To make more contrast with the bushes. Okay, so something's coming along. Let's add a bit of shadows here and there, so it's not all even. Also here, we need to add a bit of that shadow. I like it the way that the heel goes down, so I'm just tapping with my blue to add a bit more color variation. I'm gonna add this brighter yellow one up top here, so to kind of show where the light hits. Okay. The path going here, I want to make another shadow on this side. Gonna make another dip. And just tone it down with this brown that we used for the path. Okay, so now let's move into the background that we have here. I want to tone it down with a bit of brown and some blues. So I'm gonna blend it here. So this is our background. It's not coming into the focus. This is just something to have on the background. It actually looks like a dark sky. Okay. And then we have the green. Let's see. This green here in the back. So let's have this green. Is this mountain? Just some of that green, and then it goes into a slightly lighter top over here, like so. And we can add a bit of that brighter yellow where the sun hits it, but here I don't want to blend it even. Okay, now I want to add those bushes. So we have the darks of the bushes. Now we need to add the lights. I'm going to start with the medium green. I'm going to start adding the tops of the bushes. So the shadow is on the left towards the bottom, and the light hits them on top. I'm constantly moving my hand. Actually needed to make it a bit darker here. Now I'm sad that I see it. It's quite dark over here. So that our bushes stand out more. Okay. Adding a bit of darks at the bottom here. Okay. Okay. Now I want to do the same thing with the tree, and here what we're going to be doing again, I'm going to take my, let's see if we can add some more brighter colors for the tree. I'm trying to use my, okay, so this is our lights for the bushes basically. This look a light green, just adding a bit of light green here. You can add it also into the grass. Okay. Okay. Like so. Let's do the tree now. So I'm going to take my medium green. I'm going to start adding those lights. Need to make the profile of the house, like the silhouette of the house. Okay. And on the other side, we need to do a bit of lightening up of the background here so that the shadow of the tree stands out. Like so. Covering over with a darker green. And adding the yellowish greens here. Oh, hi, Elio. Hi, thank you. Thank you so much for, yeah. To be honest, I'm feeling quite a bit discouraged at the moment because I'm feeling like I suck at everything. Pressing in these. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to add some lights. Like, can't go lighter than this. This is like a cream color. Just some kind of lights on the leaves that, you know, sometimes when they catch light, they kind of glisten if it's wet, especially. We can add some lights over here. Okay, so now we have this lump of tree. What I want to do now is I want to do some I want to make it shine through. So we have this purple pink color to separate the spaces between the branches. And what I want to do is I want to take a paper and let's do this. To make it a bit more random. The edges, the places between the branches and the lights. So here we have our trunk, okay. So I want to make the silhouette of the tree a bit more interesting. I don't want it to be all even. The same goes here. A bit of light coming in. Okay, and this I'm going to add it into the background here. And with the dark blue, where's my blue? Good. Oh, this is my blue, yes. And those branches that kind of make the silhouette on top. Okay, and a bit of darks here. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create that trunk. And I'm going to break my pastel, obviously. And add some lines. Oh, I'm moving my camera constantly. Some branches here. And when they go through the leaves, you can see them a bit here. Okay, this is coming out to be very ugly, to be honest. I really don't like it. But I promised you guys a landscape, and this is coming out something very ugly, but fine. Let's deal with it. Okay, so what I wanted to do, let's add a bit of sky now. Let's add a bit of sky to kind of delineate that mountain top. Like I said, and here we can do that silhouette of our tree. Okay, now I'm gonna use my pink to add the roof together with my brown, something light. Let's see. And the wall. What I want to do is I want to add a bit of shadow here under the roof. I know it's not there on the reference, but I want to add it, so it makes a bit more sense. Okay, and I want to add a bit of dark here under the roof as well. Following the logic of drawing a cube closer to us, we are increasing the contrast. Okay. Here we can add a bit of lighter color. Okay, so let's create that shape. Good. Okay. Okay, like so. We need some of those pinks on the roof, I think. Let's add some pink. Okay. And there we go. Okay. I don't like the shape of this. I'm going to fix the shape here with my greens. Anyway, even though I don't like this particularly, I want to finish the picture. Okay. And what I want to do is I want to take something very bright to outline this part of the roof. Even with the white. Okay, and with the light blue, I'm gonna add, if it doesn't crumble, I'm darkening the background here. Okay, so we see that in the dark there we have some darker areas where the window is. We're not gonna go into details, but just lighten up some parts where we see those lighter parts. Okay, this is a dark color. Okay, so here we have those windows happening. Add a bit of detail there. Like so. And there's something happening here. There's something standing. And what I really like is this fence. Like so. So here we have some of those windows happening underneath as well. Darken the roof over here. Okay, this is the fence. There's some kind of a shadow happening here. I'm gonna make it with our purple. Okay, let's make this massive a tree massive here. I don't like the way it looks. Let's make it trees. And let's add a bit of brightness into this tree as well. And this is gonna be the sky. Move away from the reference and make it not a mountain, make it something else. Okay. I'm feeling like I'm overworking it already. Oh, Kelly, thank you. Honestly, if it wasn't for the live, I think I wouldn't be even publishing this. This is, I really don't like it. I don't know what's happening to me recently. I don't manage to draw anything and I'm kind of stuck. Let's do this again with the yellow. I'm using all of my shards. Let's do this. I need to crumble a bit of my yellow pastels here. Now let's do the magic. And also the green one. Okay, here I'm gonna make some kind of a of a cloud. Let's do a cloud. Let's go for a cloud. Okay. Let's do a magic trick. When you don't know how to draw, this is what you do. Magic. And the cloud. And this one I'm gonna blend in because it's the background. Don't need it so bright. This one as well. And I'm really lost with the tree. Don't know what to do with the tree. Where's my dark blue? The savior. The dark blue, the savior. Yeah, not a landscape painter. Definitely. Anyway. What I want to do here is I want to add some flowers. Let's add some white flowers here. Because why not? And some poppies. If we're ruining the paper, let's ruin it all together. Too big. Okay. Okay, so ruined the paper. Katia -1. Paper suffering. Anyway, I think it's not so bad. Come on, it's been a long time, so I think this is not so bad. And it's okay. Looks like someone bled on the paper. Anyway, hopefully it's understandable what there is. But I promise the next landscape is going to be so much better. Thank you guys for staying with me. I don't know if I'm going to be posting this because it kind of sucks. But we will do another landscape, okay? It's not so bad. It's bad, but it's not so bad. Fine. But anyway, now since I'm back and drawing and we'll be doing every weekend another drawing, now you can see my level of self-awareness and self-confidence that painting days happen. Anyway, so I'm gonna see you guys soon. This one definitely not gonna be putting it. We'll be deleting it so no one can see the painting where someone bled. Anyway, thank you, Kelly, so much for following the live. I will see you guys later. And now I'm gonna go and cry in the corner over the destroyed piece of paper. See you, everyone. Ah, the phone, the phone. How do you turn it off? How do you turn it off? There you go. You turn it off like this.